I would suggest another defeat at Easter Road. It could be the last for David Gray. Is that fair?
I mean, it doesn't seem far away for David Gray, and I've got to say, I do feel for him.
Yeah.
I did the game at Dundee on Saturday night, and I have to say that for the first, up to the sending off, Hibs were by far the better team. They were 1-0 ahead, creating numerous chances and playing really well. One really bad first touch from Jordan Abita, then he dives in and gets himself sent off. After that, Hibs crumbled. The problem with Hibs just now is they've got good players, right? Some of them don't have the know-how to play in the Scottish game, but they've got good players. A lot of them are short of confidence. So as soon as there's anything negative, which happened with the red card, they just absolutely crumbled. It went 1 each, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. I mean, as soon as it went against them, you could see it. And what can David Gray do when Jordan Abita dives in for a red card? You know what I mean, what can he do when the goalkeeper takes a bad touch from a pass back, which he shouldn't have been doing? You know what I mean? They're just short of confidence, and every mistake just now seems to be punished. But the problem is that David Gray is one carrying the can. He came in this summer. I think they've had one league victory all season. It's not good enough for Hibs as well. Spoke about Rangers earlier on being third, but it's not acceptable for Hibs to be bottom of the league with the money they've spent. You know what I mean? Because he has been backed as well. So results have got to turn at some point. If you're David Gray, you're thinking, am I going to get a break here? And as it stands, it doesn't look like it. I mean, Aberdeen will be hurting after they lost to St Mirren. I suspect Aberdeen will probably have too much for Hibs tomorrow night, and that will just pile the pressure on. And it's just, I mean, but the problem is, again, is what do they do? Have they got anyone to hold the fort? I mean, I'm not sure the Hibs fans would be very happy if Malcolm Mackay was put in the hot seat. You know what I mean? There was a bit of a backlash when he was appointed as sporting director. So these are things they've all got to weigh up. If they do decide to change the manager, I mean, they'd have to move quickly and bring in a new boss. I mean, but something has to happen because, I mean, whether it's Hibs need to start winning under David Gray, but as it stands, they're probably going to get relegated.
Mm-hmm. On that note, Mick, Neil MacArthur's written in saying, the problem with sacking Gray, there's not a single suitable candidate to cover as an interim manager. I worry what we'd end up with if we rush this appointment. It's so pathetic from the top down. That is a fair point. I mean, Malcolm Mackay...
No, it's not a fair point because any board worth their salt, including and Malky's in that situation as well, should have been thinking the last month, this isn't going well. What are our options if it doesn't get any better? Yeah. There should be a situation where they can almost hit the button on one and go get another one. It always blows my brains that clubs sack managers after horrendous runs of form and they go, well, put an interim coach until we get a manager. But it's not just arrived out of nowhere. This form, it's been happening for months and months and months. Right. Surely at some point you maybe put the feelers out and thought, maybe we need to think about our options here. It blows my brains, this kind of stuff. Like it's almost like it's a surprise. I've not won. Scott said that they've won one game all season. I mean, if David Gray came this morning to Easter Road and he said, "Listen, really sorry, you're a club legend, we love you to bits, but it's not working. Shake hands, all the best." Nobody would have been surprised this morning. Yeah. Nobody would have been shocked about, "Oh, I can't believe they've been David Gray." No, hardly won a game all season. So, I mean, his board need to be thinking about this. I mean, you've got to imagine, is it Bill Foley and all that stuff down the South Coast has got an idea of what's going on as well. So they need to turn this around and quick. The problem they've got is they need to get back to I mean, my God. I mean, Scott, you're there on Saturday. The defending again. I mean, all season, the defending has been absolutely abysmal all season. I mean, hopeless. I mean, individual mistakes on a weekly basis. I mean, it's killing the manager, these mistakes. This team needs to go back to basics, like getting down and dirty and just getting the like brass tacks, defending ugly and all that stuff. But they haven't got the personnel. I mean, it's a team for like kind of like as Scott mentioned, there guys that are not equipped for Scottish football. They haven't got that ugly side to kind of grind it out for a few weeks and see it out and get some results and get some confidence and momentum. They haven't got the personalities in the dressing room. They just haven't. So it's a major. There's some deep trouble here, and it's not a case of right. We sack the manager and we'll spend 3 or 4 weeks trying to work out who we go next. I haven't got time for that nonsense. They're bottom of the league. It's nearly December. Yeah. They are in critical situation right now. They've got a dressing room that's ill-equipped for Scottish football. They're leaking goals left, right, and centre, and they can't score goals. listen, David Gray is a club legend. He'll always will be a club legend. This is breaking Hibs fans' heart right now, watching this happen to the guy that they love so much. And it's unfair for him to carry all the can, because I mean the recruitment was abysmal. He's left carrying the stinking happy. But something's got to change at Hibs, and very, very quickly, because they are nosediving towards the championship.
Can I just make a quick point on the recruitment?
Of course.
I mean, they were obviously talking about there was a number of players come in over the summer. Mark and Mackay said they did their homework in that. I mean, I know that was like 2 or 3 players that Hibs have signed that the previous manager, Nick Montgomery, knocked back. He said they're not good enough for Hibs. Yet he goes out the door, they bring in a new manager. These players suddenly appear at Easter Road. What does that tell you?
That's interesting.
Back on the same list that wasn't good enough 12 months ago.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It sums it up. I mean, they bring back. I mean, listen, no offense to the big fella, Big Triantis goes back, having been a bomb scare in his first spell. They bring him back a centre midfield player, and he's not done that again. I mean, it's like things like that. I mean, like I can't see the strategy. And the problem I've got as well now is that so many players at the club are out of contract in the summer.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's such a dangerous situation to be in, because a lot of these players, I mean, we talk about players, don't feel it as much as fans do, but if you're out of contract at the end of the season and it's all going Pete Tong, I'm sorry, that's not the guys you want to roll up the sleeves in the trenches.